What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another video of the psychology series. Today we're going to be talking about capital. Now, I know a lot of you might be thinking, well, what does capital have to do with psychology, trading psychology? Well, we're all privy and we understand one type of capital, which is trading capital, but there's multiple types of capital, and I want to get into that in today's video. So there's three main type of capitals that we have to be mindful of in the market, right? First one is trading capital. Second one is emotional capital. And the third one is decision-making capital. All right, so the trading capital, we all know this, right? It's the equity in our account, what we use in our account, all right, what we trade with. Now, what's important with these three capitals is how we're managing them, how we're properly managing, going about, right, using them, okay? So with trading capital, risk management is key, all right? As you increase your risk in the market, you're also increasing your risk of ruin, all right? This is vital to understand. So when we're trading, right? The capital that you're using, you can only right you can only run out of capital if you over leverage your account or you risk too much or you're not exercising good risk management, right? So it's so important that we use great risk management, right? And we keep a low lot size or low leverage on our account because we understand that it's not about making all the money on one trade. It's about a series of trades that is actually going to lead to us having growth in this market, right? And having a sustainable career. The second type of capital is emotional capital, okay? And these all tie into each other. So with emotional capital, right, it's basically it's your emotions, all right? How many losses, just think about it, how many losses can you take before revenge trading or before going on what we call a tilt, right? Or becoming emotional. And we think about it, your trading capital ties in with emotional capital because if you're risking more in a position, you're going to be more emotional, right? Because you might not be used to those numbers. You might not be used to those fluctuations if you're looking at your P&L, and you might get emotional if you take a loss that your brain is not used to seeing, right? So each of us has a different amount of emotional capital. How much are we willing to lose? Okay. For me, it might be I'm used to losing $1,000 because that's 1% of my account. But for someone who only has a $2,000 account and they lose $1,000, they might become emotional because that's a big part of their account and they're not used to seeing that loss. So you got to know what your emotional capital is, right? And also your trading capital and risk management used for your trading account is so important because that affects your emotional capital. Now, the last one is your decision making capital. So, with decision making, okay, it's so important to understand that you have to be focused on the charts. You have to be so focused on the charts and in the flow, okay? In the book Trading the Zone by Mark Douglas, he talks about being in the flow of the market, being in the zone. You gotta be in the zone because you have to make yourself available to opportunities the market presents for you. Each of us, we should have, if we're looking to sustain our growth and our time in this market, we should have a specific criteria for what we're looking for in this market. All right. It shouldn't be based off of outcome based decision making, right? We know that outcome based decision making, like I said before, only leads to emotional trading. And that never is ever good for our account in the long run. So we want to be basing all of our decisions based off of processes, right? Processes and criteria that we have to follow and a checklist that we have to get in the market. And we only execute off of that. So you have to understand, okay, am I being focused, right? Am I seeing what I need to see to get into the market, or am I making a outcome based decision? And this is going to all tie into together because you got to have good risk management. You got to know what your emotional capital is, okay? And then apply that risk management to your process that you're going through with your criteria so that now you can execute and frame good risk management to a great trade idea, okay? And these all come together and work as one. So when you start to use these things together and understand that we not only have trading capital, but emotional capital and decision making capital, now you'll be able to, right, not only be conscious of it, but start to apply the right the right habits with these things. All right, with your emotional capital, you're going to know that, okay, I can only take 2 losses max, because I know that after 2 losses, I tend to get upset or angry at the market when it's really myself. So you got to know yourself, right? You got to know when to stop trading. Okay, more people get mad way quicker than other people. Other people can handle more losses, right, without making impulsive decisions. So all of these I have actually learned from a great podcast, right? That's actually out there on YouTube. It's called Chat with Traders. Now, if you haven't learned about this or even gone and watched one of the interviews, what basically it is he's interviewing, right, people, successful traders, on their experiences, what they've done, right, different tips and tricks that you can use in the market, right, based off of their experiences from successful traders that will serve you well in your career. Now, specifically, I want you to look at this video right here, adopting systems to improve trading decisions. All right, video number 208. I want you to go watch this because this has provided an immense amount of value to me just about the process, right? When hopping on the charts and going through your checklist and developing a system for you that works, because you got to have a system in trading that's going to lead to your benefit in the long run. It's going to lead to your growth and your trading career lasting a long time, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot of value out of it. Be sure to go check out this YouTube channel, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.